Alright, yes guys, welcome back to the live stream. Hope everyone's doing well. We're getting a very clean setup as of the moment. So price has come up, we've swept London highs, Asia highs, and also previous daily high. We've had a clear displacement, clear unicorn model A+ setup. We do have 10 AM news. Remember, the first minute we don't engage with price. It's only the second candle after that news has been released. So let's see how this candle reacts. Give it some time here. I want to see the body of that candle stay inside of the fair value gap, and then we can enter short. Alright.
Order filled.
Go here, guys. Stop loss at 380. Amazing reaction straight away. Oh my goodness. Amazing reaction. TP1 is going to be at the lows. 320.25. It's TP1.
Order filled.
Okay, TP1 smash, boys, let's go. Close 80% there, move your stops. To that swing high. 370.75. Amazing stuff. TP2 is going to be down here, 393.50. Let's go, boys. What a comeback. Finally, let's go. That trade was way too clean for it not to play out. I'm going to hold this to that next low here, and then we'll ride this all the way to the next sell side level as well. Right, let's look at the chat, boys. Let's go. Everyone's gassed. Everyone's gassed, boys. We're back in the game. We are back in the game. A+ setup. Finally, it's played out, you know. Sometimes price action, it won't play out, but it's impossible for it to keep not playing out, and eventually, boom, we're back. So, yeah, where are the haters? Where are the haters? They're nowhere to be seen. Let's get some ones in the chat, boys, if you caught that. Absolute banger. Clean, textbook, A+ unicorn model. It does not get cleaner than that. To be honest, guys, I think I'm just going to close my full position here. Once we hit the sell side level down here. Yeah, so final TP will be there. So far, so good. We've secured 34 handles. But yeah, guys, again, losing streaks are completely normal in trading, and I'm not going to hide the fact that yes, we have been in a losing streak. Okay, and the month of September, I mean, this whole year has been great. It's been great for us. However, the month of September, I'd say, was probably a break-even month, maybe slightly in the red. And definitely the month of October has not been great at all. It has not been great. But we don't look at it on a month-to-month or week-to-week basis. We look at it as a whole year. So end of every single year, right, we look at, have we closed this year in a huge profit? And most of the time, yes, we have. There's not been a single year that we've closed out in the red. We've closed out in a huge amount of profit in handles. So if we have a losing streak here and there, right, this is the first losing streak that I've had since the last losing streak I had, I think, was like around a year ago, right? So imagine all the money that we've made. The market has to take some of that back. Boom, you go into a losing streak. Now the way you approach a losing streak is by de-risking, right? By de-risking, having patience and believing in the model. There was many people the other day, right, that were starting to question the strategy, question the model. Maybe we might have to switch strategy. No. No, no, no. Right, that's all just doubts in your head. It's very easy to doubt yourself. And that's why I've told you guys many, many times, stay locked in. Don't let this get to you mentally, because all it takes is one trade to get all of those wins back. We've seen that time and time again. So yeah, amazing stuff, boys. Let's see if we get that final TP. Be great if we do. If not, good either way. At this point, I'm going to move my stops. Well, actually, I want to see if we can break below that low. If we can break below this low, we can start reducing the risk. But as of the moment, that is a protected high. Oh, great stuff, guys. Great stuff indeed. That was such a sniper entry. Such a sniper entry. We waited for that 1 minute candle to close. As soon as the next candle opened, boom, we entered. I told someone who wanted to come back after a losing streak was over. You never know when that will be until it's too late. Now look. Yeah, exactly. I mean, guys, a lot of people, they doubt, you know. A lot of people doubt. I've gone through this as a trader, and I know it's normal, so I was not worried at all. And many of you in the chat wasn't worried either, so it's only the weak-minded people that was getting worried. I want to see this gap get respected ideally for us to continue heading lower. That was probably the quickest TP in history though. Within 1 minute. That was literally a 1 minute candle, boom, hit TP. That's how quickly this strategy can play out in your favour. When daily bias is long, so our short is counter to that, wouldn't that lessen the probability of full TP being hit? TP early, or fix 2 to 1 versus on trend extend TPs. Yeah, I mean, daily bias, yes, high time frame looked bullish. However, if I see a short sub that clean after already taking the objective, so let's say we did go long, I would be aiming for previous daily high, London high, Asia high. We've already taken those levels, so now I no longer want to be going long, because what am I going to target? The objectives have already been met for the longs. Hence, if a short setup appears, right, for example this unicorn model here, I'm going to take it, right, and you guys might see that as a quote unquote counter trend, right? Whereas as a trader, if you have the ability to adapt and switch biases quickly, that's what makes you good, right? Reading the market and actually reacting, not predicting. So in this case, we reacted, we seen the market went to head lower, it presented a clear, very clear model, A+, and we took it and we hit TP, right? So now we're just playing with the extra contracts. We'll see if we can get final TP. If not, then yeah, all good. But yeah, not a bad way to end the week. should really start to see some acceleration now, lower. We've come up, we've rebalanced that inefficiency, respected it very nicely. So we should start to see a move lower. You ever consider using heat map or trading takes to get more confidence in the trade? I have not, no. I know some people use that. Now with me, the more stuff I add into a strategy, the more confusing and complicated it gets. So with me, I just like to keep it simple, and I've been trading the way I have been for many years now. ICT specifically around 3 years, and it's been working tremendously well. So would I want to add something into that and potentially ruin it? No, there's no need. There's no need. Why change something if it's working, right? Okay, very nice reaction here. Very clean reaction. I want to see this candle close. Okay, that's amazing. At this point, I'm in my stops to break even, so just above that swing high there, 355.75. So risk-free trade now, guys. Shouldn't really be retracing back up there. Yeah, nice reaction. So I want to see us break below that low. Once we break below that swing low there, with displacement, we should just accelerate straight to final TP. Is that another unicorn instead of another unicorn? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this one didn't take that high, so no. Technically no, but it does look like a unicorn, yeah. It's more of a mitigation with a fair value gap. But yeah, I can see why you could think that's a unicorn. That high, this high would have to take this high in order for this to be a unicorn. Hence, it has not taken that high. This is a mitigation block instead of being a break block. This looks lovely, guys. This looks very clean. Alright, if for any reason as well, if ES decides to take that before NQ, I will just be closing out my full position now. Right, move my stops into a profit, guys. 326.75. We're getting so close to that TP area now. I don't want price to reverse. Should respect that gap really and push lower. If it doesn't, I'm out there. It's all good. Alright, nice reaction. We are respecting that gap. That's what I like to see. If we get stopped here, I'm completely fine with this, guys. I mean, you should, majority of your position should be out anyway at this low. So right now we're just playing with extra contracts. Whatever happens, happens. But yeah, realistically, if you're trading like one account, you should be out fully here.
Order filled.
Alright, guys, we all stopped on that one. No worries at all. Amazing trade. Right, beautiful, A+ textbook. I'm personally going to call it a day there. That's me done for the week. We don't really need to catch any more trades after that one. Let's quickly break this trade down before we do end the stream, explain the logic and reasoning behind it. But yeah, so going into the morning, right, on the 15-minute time frame, we had come up and we had already swept Asia highs, London highs, and also previous daily high. So I was bullish going into the morning just because the 4 hour, right, we're coming out of these huge imbalances here, prices pushing higher, and also the 1 hour. Okay, so the higher time frames, they do look very bullish to me, right? Bearish imbalances are getting inversed, bullish imbalances are getting respected, therefore we are bullish order flow. Okay, if I was to go long, I would be targeting Asia, London, and previous daily high, right? And then of course external buy side. Now the fact that we have already taken these levels did not give me confidence in taking longs. Once we've taken these levels, I automatically switch my bias, and now I'm looking for shorts, because what does ICT teach, right? If we've just went buy side, you should be looking for displacement to target the opposing liquidity, which is sell side, right? So therefore, you switch your bias and you start looking for shorts. So I mean, this is beautiful, right? We came up, swept Asia and London, swept previous daily high, consolidated around those levels, created what we trade, obviously a unicorn model, which is a breaker block paired with a fair value gap, right? Very clean. Price then came up. We had news at 10 AM, so we waited for news to get released first before entering that trade. Okay, we don't gamble over here. News got released. We waited a minute. 10:01. As soon as the next candle opened, we entered short straight away. Stop was above the displacement candle's high, and we targeted internal sell side and also external sell side down here. Now we managed to get TP1, and then we got stopped out in a profit before hitting obviously final TP, which we've not hit yet. But I won't be surprised if it does get hit. But yeah, anyways, boys, that is it for the week. We're closing out this week in a nice little profit. Hope you lot had a great day. Hope you lot enjoyed the live stream. Right, I will see you lot next week. Have a great weekend, guys. See you lot on the next one.